Thank you for that introduction, Maggie. And I really want to thank the Notre Dame Alumni Association for this great honor. We all have different paths that have guided us to where we are today, and this truly sheds light on the importance of context in shaping how we're able to live, the choices we make, and the opportunities we have in life. And for my family, coming to the United States was critical in transforming our context and changing our future. My parents immigrated from South Korea to Los Angeles, where my sisters and I were born, and that's where I began to learn about the unique challenges to health and well-being for particular communities. My father passed away when I was 7 years old from brain cancer, and his complications occurred not necessarily because appropriate treatments weren't available, but due to issues of access. I learned firsthand that immigrant and racial and ethnic minority communities encounter significant barriers to accessing health and social services. The opportunity to attend Notre Dame and receive an education here furthered my interest in understanding and addressing these health disparities. I became involved with the Center for Social Concerns, and I engaged with the multitude of student organizations focused on social justice and service to the poor. I also had the opportunity to study abroad in Santiago, Chile during my junior year, and I participated in the poverty and development class and volunteered at a hospice care center. There, I began to understand the substantial impact of structural, political, and environmental factors on individual level health. In order to effectively intervene and affect health outcomes, we not only need to examine individual behaviors, but the cultural contexts and communities in which those behaviors take place. Notre Dame truly inspired my desire to learn more about these issues. So upon graduation, I pursued a master's degree in social work at Columbia University to enhance my clinical skills in working with immigrant and refugee communities. Yet during this time, I recognized that research and interventions that were tailored and developed specifically for immigrant communities were lacking. So I decided to pursue a PhD in social work at New York University to develop a program of research focused on examining how factors associated with migration can influence target health outcomes. And as Maggie mentioned, on a side note, during my first year of the PhD program, I decided I wanted to run the New York City Marathon. As I embarked on a training program, I noticed that my times weren't getting faster and that I was feeling more and more winded. To make a long story short, I made an appointment with a cardiologist and I learned that I needed a pulmonary valve replacement. This news came as a complete shock to me. Although I was born with a congenital heart defect, I was never informed about the lifelong care that I would need. And it was something that I honestly kind of forgot about. Luckily, the surgery went well, and after many months of recovery, I successfully ran the New York City Marathon and later completed my PhD. This was a big triumph for me as it was a reminder about the importance of having access to healthcare and having the information to take initiative for prevention and well-being. I was fortunate to have had the resources and opportunity to address this health concern, but not everyone is as fortunate, nor has the knowledge to ensure positive health outcomes. So that is the ultimate goal of my teaching, research, and scholarship today, to enhance equity and develop health interventions for underserved immigrant populations. I'm currently an assistant professor at the University of Washington School of Social Work, and I'm truly grateful to have a career that aligns with the foundation of Holy Cross principles. I engage in community-based research where I involve the community as partners in developing and answering pressing questions related to social justice and health. My current projects and publications are focused on improving HIV prevention services for Latino immigrants. Parallel to my research, I volunteered at a detention center in Texas near the US-Mexico border to assist migrant women and children seeking asylum. It's become evident that this work is especially important during this political climate that can instill fear among specific populations and cause divisions in our communities. And my experiences have hit close to home as a daughter of immigrant parents and demonstrated the critical need to continue this work and empower others and ensure that we have equitable access to health and information. So I want to end with a quote by Dorothy Day from her biography, The Long Loneliness, that I read as a Catholic social tradition minor here at Notre Dame. This quote inspires the work that I do and highlights the importance that all of us here keep learning and trying to better the world despite any challenges or barriers we may face. People say, what is the sense of our small effort? They cannot see that we must lay one brick at a time, take one step at a time. A pebble cast into a pond causes ripples that spread in all directions. Each one of our thoughts, words, and deeds is like that. No one has a right to sit down and feel hopeless. There is too much work to do. Thank you so much.